real spiritual warrior. I say warrior because this message is going to resonate with that, with the individual that not only conceptualizes and recognizes and understands that, but embraces and honorably takes on that title. Is for the individual that has essentially maybe gone through their own dark night of the soul. And with that energy comes very much of a Dharma feeling. Whatever you have gone through, you now have a broader and deeper recognizing that is not just on an individual level, but rather much more of the collective. Amongst that comes a mission, if you so choose to accept, and I think for the people for this message, you have fully accepted. You are ready, not only ready to take on the mission, but ready to get into battlefield. The energy that came in this last week, and I think it has a lot to do with astrology. I think planets are taking shifts, like planetary shiftments that haven't taken place in 500 years. I'm not sure about all of that, but from a little bit of what I picked up on, if anybody wants to add, more than welcome to. But the energy, because this affected me, when it came in, probably about 5 days ago or so, it felt, all I could think was, it's time to take our power back. That's what it felt like. Just like the world needs to wake up. Let's embrace our power. We're much more powerful creatures than we give ourselves credit for. And with it is this fearless determination. It's a recognition, a newfound awareness, because of what we've been through has helped raise our conscious awareness, given us clarity and new perspective. And along with that, we've been able to recognize the cause or the individuals or the circumstances or situations that call us forward in our need or desire of the mission to help others. And the image that comes to mind is a bonfire, and both man and woman alike surrounding it with their tribal paint, ready to go to war, ready to get into the action field. Amongst the energy, there is warriors that are pacing back and forth with almost a frustration because of the newfound awareness. It's almost this just wake up kind of feeling, because you want to so desperately help. And it's easier to see something from the outside than it is when you're in it, right? So if you're looking from the outside, you just think, I've been there, I know that. I know the answer. Listen to me. And they don't. The other energy is of the warriors getting to the battle line, I guess. I'm not sure what it's called, but getting ready to go onto the battlefield, into war zone, ultimately, and people getting hasty and getting ready to cross that line. When Michael comes in with the head honcho leader, Archangel, Michael says, don't be too impetuous. And then the other image is people just trying to jump right into the action field and going directly towards who they know, the cause that they want, and how to try to assist. And we give gratitude to Gabriel because he reminds us that we don't have to go seek that. They're going to come to us. And with that, the image of when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So what the message really is kind of flowing through, because there is so much passion, there's so much fuel. It's very much a fire element energy. A reminder, it's not to discourage us, but rather to redirect our energy. It's very much of a law of attraction almost thing, is to, first and foremost, they want you to recognize, to give you kudos for how much work you've done, because you've come so far. But now we're being asked to not only to find a new approach with this energy. And ultimately what it's come down to is ultimate faith, knowing that you know what you're here for. You know what you've signed up for. Not only are you willing, but gracefully, you want to do this. And with that, it comes to ask if we can embody the energy of that, of what we have gone through, to represent the light, to radiate the energy, and in it, the student, the cause, the purpose will come to us. The approach in this fiery fashion, like fueled, while it's very admirable, there is a caution that others will not take the approach as lovingly as is intended. Therefore, coming back to redirecting the approach, rather having them come, because nothing actually changes. It's more of a, because it's written in the stars. But how we want to extend through this is depending on our free will, right? And so I took some notes, and I really love this one, because this one really helped me, because the problem, not really a problem, but what has been associated with this energy, and when I felt it that day so strongly, it's like, oh, we just need to take our power back. Like, it's time to, like, it seems that we've been stripped through our power, but we are very much more powerful beings than we realize. And the message I got, which I am very encouraged to share, because I think it will help others, it is the quote of, it's redirecting the energy, is not failing to live in this world, but rather to be in the world and not of it. To remember that we are part of the world, but not of it. And that one really resonated at home with me, because, and I think it will others, especially if you guys have been following me, because we're very intuitive, very empathic. This desire, we almost embody the problems of the world and take it on as our own. And it's a reminder that we are part of it, but not of it. Because we have worked really hard to get to where we are given kudos. It takes a lot of work, and a part of this approach also is to remember, and I don't think it's ever our intention, and maybe this is the reminder. Nobody wants to be told how or what to do, but rather the people that helped us, the other spiritual warriors that have already been through this, we were touched by the shared experiences, by the tenderness, by the validation, by the light they brought to help us navigate. The energy that we are embodying is something that took us through a very dark time of our soul, a dark time of finding truth. Actually, it was revealing truth. It wasn't, and that was rough. It was hell. It really was like going through the tortures, right? Tetris. But we needed that to embody that energy, because it kept us fueled, in that we wouldn't succumb to the darkness, that we were going to rise above it, and it has. Now, however, we can't, that's the keys, we can't fight another person's battle. And we are reminded that, but we can embody that energy. And Spirit is not asking us to lose that energy, but rather how to redirect it. And I really hope that helps somebody. But I'm hearing strongly, like, it's affected a lot of us. And I want to just make sure I'm not missing anything, because there was a lot of good stuff, but what you're fighting for is big. And it's going to affect people. It affects the collective. and even beyond this universe is kind of what I'm hearing. They're really proud of you, soldier, warrior. They're with us, and we'll do well. Just rethink the approach. The mission isn't going to go anywhere. You've already signed up for this. It's just a matter of an easy transition. They're asking us to take on an easier transition into the role that we now so willingly accept. Mm-hmm. The approach of being tender and sweet, of love. Yeah. I hope that helps another spiritual warrior out there who's been feeling this energy, because I know I have. I'll be the first to own it. I've been humbled in the last week before I could even deliver this, because I've had a very narrow focus. But I'm being told I'm not the only one. So, and once I got these downloads, it has helped me. So hopefully it'll help somebody else. So much love. Amazing things are on the way, and we've come a long way if this message has resonated with you. I did hear this as well, and I think this is an ever evolution, continuous thing. Healing. If there's any fragments of healing that we need to still do, we should also focus on that. I know it's been happening on a very unconscious level for me. The dreams have been intense. But I think with it comes a lot of downloads and found awareness. But that's been happening a lot through this retrograde as well. But I'm encouraged to share that as well. Hopefully that helps. So much love. There's other messages coming through, but that one is very specific for those who recognize that they have a mission and are accepting it. Till next time.